Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to a little bit of a review come road trip video, because tomorrow I need to drive to Edinburgh to my good friends at Criterium Cycles, because finally we're getting to build my Bianchi Ultra XR4. It's only 8 months after we planned to do it, but I need to take Mrs. Petrol Ped's e-bike up to Edinburgh and then bring that back along with my Ultra XR4 and my e-mountain bike that I've bought. So I needed something with good luggage capacity, so I had a chat with my very good friends at Hendy and said, have you got a van I can borrow? And they went, oh, we've got better than that. We've got the Bumblebee. That is a Ford Transit MSRT, and I think it looks awesome. Should we take a look round it? Now this is a bit more of a gun and run review than I would normally do, but let me just very quickly show you this van. We will be talking about it much more on the drive up to Edinburgh. It is fitted out just beautifully. It's got the most fantastic seats. It's a crew cab, so it's basically got seats in the back, but I think that's going to be bike storage. And then round the back, the big question is, I'm not sure it's big enough. Do you think you can fit 2 dogs in the boot? Yeah, of course you can. So we're going to be putting, I know, look, it's a transit van. You've never been in a transit van before. I don't think you enjoyed it being dark, did you? Do you want to get down? Come on then, ready? Oh, you'll just jump down then. So yes, first task is in the back here, we need to put an e-bike. Now, this isn't the perfect format of van for what I need to do, because the crew cab part takes up quite a bit of stowage, but I should be able to get an e-bike in the back. Famous last words. Well, that's not as bad as I thought. So this is Mrs. Petrol Ped's e-bike. It is a Trek Powerfly. Now, if you've been tuning into the Cycle Sunday podcast, if not, I will put descriptions below. We've had quite a few chats about this. So Paul delivered this bike over the summer, and Mrs. Petrol absolutely loves it. However, she's just struggling with the saddle height a little bit, so I'm taking it up to Paul to fit a dropper seat post, which should make getting on and off the bike a little bit easier. But it's a really, really cool bike, and then I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty of room in the back here to bring my Trek Rail full suspension e-mountain bike home, and all our luggage. No worries. Okay, for now my work is done. I felt guilty because this van has 250 miles on the clock, and I didn't want to get the back dirty or scratched, and I know no transit owner in the world has ever thought that, but I felt guilty. So I've just laid some towels on there, and then at the moment this is just a temporary measure before I'm going to go to my mate Dan's house in the morning to pick up him and another bike. So I've just put a couple of bungees to hold it onto some of the tying hooks, so that is all nice and stable now for the couple of miles to Dan's house. Then we've got another bike in here and some more straps, so that should be okay, but plenty of space in there. And then, as I said, round the side, so basically this is a transit that's shipped off to MSRT, and they put a new front end on it, so the new valance. It's got OZ alloys, the side skirts and the kind of wheel arches. It's got a spoiler on the roof. The interior, as I said, it's got these lovely leather and Alcantara seats with a little MSRT and World Rally Championship insignia on there. A rather funky steering wheel. It's a really, really nice place to be. As I said, with it being the crew cab, it would make an almost perfect family wagon, really, because you could have the kids in the back, you could have all your bikes in the boot, loads and loads of space. And then the other thing briefly about MSRT before we kind of say goodnight for the evening and then join you back up in the morning, is you can pretty much choose any colour you like with the MSRT spec, and this yellow is, well, it's certainly out there, that's for sure. It's a little bit more yellow than an AA van, so I'm not quite looking like an AA Petrol, but I just think it looks superb. Good morning. It is now the next day and time to head off. So first step of the journey, I need to go and pick up my mate Dan. Luckily this thing has Apple CarPlay, so all is sorted. And then off to Edinburgh. Once I'm at Dan's, I'll kind of put the destination in my sat-nav and work out how far it is. But safe to say that the reaction to this van overnight on social media has been amazing. And if you don't follow me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, Instagram's my main one, just search Petrol on Instagram. I put so much extra behind the scenes stuff on there. And if you're just watching me or following me on YouTube, you are missing out. But yeah, I think there's a mixed reaction. Everybody thinks it's pretty cool. There's a few people not so sure about the colour, a couple of people not so sure about the price. But what we intend to do is explore the capabilities of this Transit, because we're going to drive a very, very long way, Chichester to Edinburgh, and on the way back we're going to be filling it with a lot of stuff. But the next thing I need to do is go and pick up my mate Dan, who used to live next door, but he's recently moved house. So I need to go to his new house, and I actually haven't been to his new house yet, so next stop we'll get to Dan's. So we've arrived at Dan's new pad. Talking about pads, some very interesting. Morning, dude.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Well, good to be back.
Do you fancy a trip up to Criterium Cycles in Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
This time, look, no broken collarbone.
No broken collarbone. So yeah, we're just strapping these two together, and then we have moved all the bags into the crew cab area, but there's still loads and loads of space left. So the first bit of the journey is pretty dull on the M27 because it's all measured 50-mile roadworks.
And busy.
And we managed to last until Sutton Scotney Services, until we needed coffee.
Coffee time.
Coffee and some food, because I haven't had breakfast yet.
A quick update on coffees.
Yes.
Costa still do a small, medium and large.
Awesome.
Not at all grande.
Because last time we had a right bitch about that. So what do you think about the van, mate?
Do you know, I'm really impressed. It's very comfy.
It's dead comfy, isn't it?
It's got loads of room in the back. We've got 2 bikes in the back.
Yeah.
Mrs. Petrol Ped's e-bike, my road bike, and loads of stuff. And we've got all the luggage in the cab at the back. Yeah, it's good. Really comfy.
The sit rep in terms of our journey, is this camper van going to let me out? No. We still have, how long have we got? 409 miles. But we've got coffee.
We've got coffee.
I've got a toasty,
which I need to feed you, actually.
You can feed me. I'll let it cool down first, because otherwise that's. And there's loads. This is quite
middle
cool.
of the sun.
Quite like this little. I guess these are designed for workmen, right? There is places everywhere to put bottles. Bottles on the top. There's even the chocolate hobnob holster. Very useful.
Very useful.
Door bin pockets. That's brilliant. Right.
What we need to remember to do is every single cup of coffee and sandwich we have is just throw the rubbish at the front of the dashboard.
Yeah, because I reckon that's what that big area down there is for.
Yeah,
because
that's
there's loads
the bin.
of pockets down there as well.
That is the bin.
And there's power sockets and stuff down there. USB charger. Yes, it's good, mate. A weird shaped steering wheel. When you drive it later, you will find out it's very, very weird shape. It's a bit like driving Kit from Knight Rider, but with the round bit. But it's got some poke though.
Yeah, no, it's nice bit of kit. It's quiet, comfy.
Yeah. Right.
We'll have plenty of time to get used to it. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's only 6.5 hours.
Oh God.
ETA at the bike shop, 6 o'clock. Should have left earlier.
Roll on. Should have left earlier.
Never mind. We're coming, Paul. We're coming. It's a bit rubbish. Mate, the traffic's terrible.
Yeah.
Our ETA has moved by a whole hour.
God, yeah. So we've still got 5.5 hours to run.
I know.
And we've been, probably 2.5 hours since we last put the cameras on.
This sucks,
it's hard work. Really hard work.
I could do with a comfort break.
Now.
Okay.
Ford, I think, have thought of everything, because when I was raking through the glove box earlier, just to satisfy my own curiosity, I found this thing.
Mate, it's a Shiwi.
Well, I don't know about that, but it would certainly, come in quite handy.
Can you repurpose an AdBlue funnel?
Oh, is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. It's not a wee tube.
Might be quite embarrassing given the traffic.
You could probably filter it out the window. But we have had lots and lots of thumbs up for this van. We had a bike go past before, and the guy slowed down there and he's like, "Way!" It's quite shouty.
It's quite shouty, yeah. It's quite it stands out in the crowd, that's for sure.
The front parking sensors do like going off though. Like beep, 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 beep,
yeah,
for some reason.
Yeah, it's I guess when you drop below a certain speed they activate, don't they?
I guess so.
Because when you've been at 70 miles an hour right behind the car in front, it hasn't gone off.
But we've still got 300 miles to go. But I've not got a numb bump.
No.
What have we got? We've been going 3 hours. No, we can't have been going 3 hours.
We have. We've been going 3 hours. We left at about 10:30, didn't we?
How come we only be at Birmingham?
Yeah.
Right, we need this.
Anyway.
We need this traffic to do one, so we can go to the services and have a comfort break.
Faux show.
Mate, this traffic sucks. Seriously. So we've still got 214 miles to go, and we've been in the car getting on for 6 hours.
It genuinely feels like we've been doing 20 miles an hour for the last 4 hours.
We're now up near Manchester, but so some stats for us. So we're averaging nearly 35 miles to the gallon, which is pretty good, because one of the things we were talking about was considering this car as like a family bus.
Yeah.
So if you had a bigger family and you want to, obviously there's a cycling theme to this particular video, but the rear stowage compartment is massive. I mean, we've got 2 bikes in there. We're hoping to get 3 bikes in on the way home.
Yeah.
But there's loads of room, plenty of space in the back for 3 kids easily. It'd make a brilliant family bus, and 35 miles
Average
per gallon.
speed check zone ahead.
Yeah, we've had a lot of those. Thanks, Waze. It's pretty good, and also we've obviously had the
Speed
hearty.
truck reported ahead. Check your speed pumps and drive safe.
So I've changed from Fraggle announcements to some dog thing. But anyway, I think that's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, and we've set ourselves a challenge to do the entire journey on 1 tank of fuel.
Yes.
So we've got, how far have we got to run?
213 miles left
Entering
to go.
average speed check zone.
Thanks, Waze.
And a range still left of 264. So
Yeah. No problem.
Loads of tankage.
The challenge is it's getting dark. So what we're going to do is, we'll see how we get on if the road opens up a bit, when it gets a bit more beautiful. But so far, what I love about the front of this car, there's just so many storage bins. I've got a water bottle down here. I've got water bottles in the door bins. I've got my SEC water bottle in the side pocket bit. We've got stuff out there. It's brilliant.
It is, yeah. I'm in charge of the hobnobs.
The hobnob holster.
Quick draw hobnobs.
Yeah, we've done well not to open them yet.
We have.
Should we have a hobnob?
We ought to.
Yeah.
Reward ourselves. For
Yeah,
good
let's
behaviour.
leave us to the hobnobs. These are basically, so chocolate hobnobs are actually coated in a Class A drug, because they are literally
addictive. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. They're also the messiest biscuits to eat in a car.
Sorry, Hendy. We'll make sure we don't get any chocolate on your seats.
Accident reported ahead. If you get stuck, just yelp for help.
T-Bay services in less than a mile.
T-Bay services. The last time we were in T-Bay services was February.
Yeah, in an Audi S3,
In an
doing
Audi
a
S3.
very similar road trip.
Raving about some breakfast sandwich that we just had.
Yeah. So we're going to stop off and have a cup of coffee and a driver swap. We still have 133 miles to go. Happy to report, though, I don't have a numb bump. This is like the most comfortable, smoothest thing. You'd think, I'm doing a road trip in a transit van.
No,
It's
very,
mega comfy.
very impressive. Very impressive.
The traffic's been pants, but we can, we're being very cool about it. Stay cool, play a cool trick, play it cool. But yes, let's stop at T-Bay. In fact, the last time I was here was 3 weeks ago at the start of my North Coast 500 trip. Hey, welcome to Scotland! Hey! So, that is it. That is Gretna Green going past. It's probably too dark to see us. Now, we still have 81 miles to go. This will be the last video we do from inside the van because it's dark. But we've changed our plans because we're not going to get to the shop until, well, nearly 8 o'clock, so we're just going to go straight out for a curry and drink beer.
That sounds like a good plan to
Yeah.
me. It might be a change of plan, but it's a
but
good
join
plan.
the vlog. We've still got, so tomorrow we'll be at the shop. But the big challenge in this vlog is our return journey with 4 bikes and getting 4 bikes in. I think that will be a brilliant demonstration of what this vehicle is. But we've been in this a long time today. I don't even want to put it in. 6 o'clock now, we got in at 10. Oh my goodness, we've been in it 8 hours.
8 hours,
And we've
yeah.
still got an hour and a half to go. And I'm fresh as a daisy.
Yep.
Ish.
Yep. It's pretty good. Really good.
Right, we'll see you in the morning, people. Good morning, all. Well, it's now 3 days later. It's still quite early in the morning. It's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. We have had a very, very busy couple of days here at Criterium Cycles, building my Ultra XR4, upgrading my rail quite significantly. Those videos will be coming to Cycle Sunday very, very soon. But I've parked the yellow MSRT Transit up actually next to, so Paul's got a couple of lovely little Transits all liveried up, but shall we see just how full you can get a Transit? So in the back here we have, little spoiler alert, that is all packed away safely, my new Ultra XR4. I won't show you too much more than that, but that is a very, very special bike. And then in the back this is where it gets interesting. Oh, I need to just unlock it. Is a lot of bikes now. So now we've got Tracy's bike, which was in there before, Dan's bike, but this red one here, this is my new mountain bike, my rail, plus a whole bunch of stuff, all strapped in, all padded and safely protected from banging against each other. And now we've got the journey back home, and I'm hoping very much that the journey back home isn't nearly as much of a nightmare as the journey up. 10 hours to get here, but I reckon we will hopefully shave a good couple of hours off of that, all things being fair, if the traffic behaves itself. But yes, that is now fully loaded, although it's still got a massive rake on the rear. There's loads and loads of suspension travel left, but let's jump in the car. Dan's just about finishing up, just paying for some stuff, and then we will be on our way. It's been such a full-on weekend, I tell you. We've 7 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and it's been full-on. But we are on our way. We've been going a little while, but it wasn't really light enough to get the GoPros going. So we have 433 miles to go. Estimated duration should be 6 hours 44. Bear in mind, it took us 10 hours to get up here.
Yeah.
We've actually got Richard from Criterium Cycles in Trevor, one of their delivery vans in front. He's on his way back down home and then on to do some nationwide deliveries, but we're actually going to meet up at T-Base Services for some breakfast because we haven't eaten breakfast so far. We are fully packed, as I've shown you around already. We've not heard any noises of bikes moving so far.
That's good news, isn't it?
Yeah, just about. And interestingly, we filled up when we could have just about made it in one go without a fill up, and we could have got to the bike shop, but we would have literally been empty.
I have never ended up with a range in single figures before. We could see the sat-nav distance dropping down mile by mile, and the range
At one
was
point,
doing the
it's
same.
quite interesting, at one point we had like a plus 20 or 30 miles we should have got there, but it just disappeared. So we did brim the tank just before we got to the bike shop, but so we could have got there in one tank, but then wouldn't have been able to do much else. And we have been doing some driving locally from the shop to the hotel we were staying at and stuff. So at the moment, as it stands, we've got a range of 459 miles,
Yeah.
and we've got a distance to destination of 432. Possible.
That's a big enough delta for me.
It's quite a big tank. So 450, that's what we pretty much did on the way up, about 450 miles. So it was a big tank to fill though. It cost nearly £100 to fill up, which is a bit scary. But anyway, next stop, T-Base Services.
Where, I think the last time we stopped, we had the most amazing breakfast
We did.
thing, didn't we?
Which is what we've been planning basically, is road trip breakfast. But I'm massively impressed with how much stuff we've got in here. In the crew cabin at the back, we've got the old tray. a couple of spare wheels and all our bags, and then in the back we've got 2 e-bikes and your road bike and some more bags.
And some more bags. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, let's concentrate on the driving.
It's a good van load of bikes, isn't it?
It's a good van. We were just saying between this van and that van, because that van's got I think seven bikes in it. There's got to be 20 grand's worth of bikes in there, 30 grand's worth of bikes maybe. 20,
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Easily
Yeah, because
20.
one of them's 5, I think, and in this one there's a lot. 25 grand's worth of bike, I think, in this one. Right. Let's not think about that. Let's go and get some breakfast. So this is kind of near Shap Fell, and it's proper horrible.
It's very horrible.
But T-Bay, 2 miles to go. I'm so hungry. What's this like in the heavy water and wind and stuff?
The wind, yeah, it's fine actually. There's a little bit, you get a little bit of wind wobble.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere near as bad as you would imagine it to be. I guess there's a reasonable amount of weight holding it on the floor.
Well, mainly on that side of the car.
Well, nice big fat tyres too.
Yeah.
Mainly on that side of the car.
Ooh. Yes, T-Bay, full English, here we come. Whoop, whoop. 8 hours in, but all the dual carriageway is now done.
Tick.
That's it, it's just single carriageway from now on, my friend. 30 miles left. Now, don't worry, Dan hasn't driven all the way. I did the big stint after T-Bay. We had a big, nice bit of food in T-Bay. I've had a couple of coffee stops. We've filled up as well, but we're nearly home. We're going to drop the bikes off at mine first.
Yep.
And then we're going to run over to you. But it's been super relaxing.
It's been a good journey actually. I haven't really had too many hold-ups.
I wish the journey up was as easy as the journey down.
Yeah.
Bear in mind it took us 10 hours to get there, and it's going to have taken us maybe 8 and a bit hours, and we didn't stop. We stopped for like a proper lunch. Whereas on the way up we literally just dove in,
Splash and dash.
grabbed a coffee and grabbed some food and got back in the car again. But yes, we are nearly home. Cup of tea, I think. Definitely. Well, it is now the next day and I am at home, but sadly the van has to go back to Hendy Ford of Southampton today. Now, this last few days with the van has been really interesting for me because I've totally changed my whole view of vans. I never really even thought a van would be a potential part of my life at all. I kind of, if you were a tradesperson, I could see the point of them, but I couldn't really see the point if you weren't. That said, I now look at that van and think if you had a really active lifestyle, you know, if you're obviously a cyclist and you were going to bike parks and wanting to transport bikes, if you had a family and you wanted to carry loads and loads of stuff, honestly, something like that, modern day vans are so comfortable. We've done nearly 1,000 miles in that van over the last few days, driven from my house in Chichester to Edinburgh and back, and it was super comfortable. It was returning mid-30s MPG. I think it looks amazing. It got loads and loads of comments when you stop to fill it up at a fuel station or you stop at a motorway services. We had people riding past on motorbikes giving us the thumbs up. I mean, look at it. It looks amazing. I know it's a lot of money, 60,000 quid or thereabouts for a van. You can spec them slightly differently, so it is a lot of money, but actually if you compare it with a family SUV, which doesn't have the capability in terms of load space for sure, I think that's pretty good money, to be fair. So yeah, I am, maybe I need a van in my life, you never know. But I have to say a massive thank you to Hendy Ford of Southampton for lending me their brand new demonstrator. It is their demonstrator. If you want to take a look at that van, head on over. I'll put their details in the description below. And maybe, you never know, maybe I've converted a few of you to being van fans. The MSRT is clearly a fairly kind of, you know, out there, high spec, high cost option, but you don't have to spend that much. They do vans in the kind of £30,000-35,000 that still look just as cool as that. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come, and I'll see you on the next film. You take care, guys. Drive safe.